is me and going live yet again with today's Finance Friday with Kristine. So breathe, calm down and relax, because did you know that we are away from spring? I saw a post yesterday that we were 8 weeks away from spring, and I'm like, what? We've barely even had winter and on our doorstep. So I would like to know how to use what is left of winter, even July, to set yourself up for success for the rest of the year. And that is really all about what we are going to be talking about. So last week what we did was to do a little review, so looking at what happened during June and to hear what your key takeaways were from that and any work that you might have done during that time. The things that you have decided to stop doing, to keep doing, and to improve on. I would love to know about that. And I'd also love to know if you have to set any goals. If you have done this exercise and you downloaded our little workbook last time, then you should be in a pretty good position planning for the rest of the year. And now before we about planning, I just want to mention something about the duration of them that we are planning over. So there are 4 durations that I want to address today. I just want to warn you to be over-eager, to plan so long that you forget to be agile and flexible and can make some tweaks and changes based on the changes that are happening in either your person, in your business life, your customers. Okay, if you think about COVID-19, there have been stories of people that have planned and scheduled all things in advance. They forgot to stop it and came out during COVID-19 and the result was terrible. Okay, because they did not go back, revisit and make tweaks and changes. So you don't want that situation. You want to make sure that you stay in your business and in your personal life. So the things that I want to mention before we jump into some of the questions is firstly long term. Now traditionally we would think of long term like 5 to 10 years, and then we've got medium term, which would normally be about maybe 2 to 5 years. Short term, normally 0 to 1 years, or probably 1 to 2 years more likely. This discussion, I want to change that up a little bit, because the whole idea as well is to be able to start planning for your business. Okay, so I don't know where this video is going to post, but we'll see when it goes out. Okay, if we think about long term, I want you to start, say 2 to 3 years, not too much longer than that. And for that duration, you need to make sure that you have some sort of board in place. If you haven't heard about what a vision board is, it's basically a collage of pictures. You can make it on Canva, you can make it on PowerPoint, you can use magazines, whatever it is that triggers your fancy. But go create something that inspires you, motivates you, and that makes you think ahead about what you want to achieve. And then for medium term, I want to suggest that we look at 1 to 2 years. What you do for those 1 to 2 years is basically put some goals into place. And you put goals in place that will help you to achieve the vision board that you have set out for yourself for 2 years. Okay? So we're starting to get smaller and smaller. Short term, I suggest 6 to 12 months, probably. And then we're going to take those goals that we have, the 1 to 2 year goals. We want to break it down into action steps. Okay, and then action steps are really the things where this is exactly what I need to do to be able to reach that. And maybe I even start putting some deadlines in place. Okay, and I know who's responsible to make this happen. Is it you? Is it your partner in your business? Or what it might be. Okay, who is responsible for each of these action steps? So that's short term, so 6 to 12 months. But what now? We're in 0 to 6 months, right? This is the space that I want to talk about today. This is the immediate. This is the normal. And in this pocket of time, the 0 to 6 months, or even shorter, 0 to 3 months. This is where you start putting steps in place to make sure that you can work towards getting those steps done and eventually getting to your goal and to achieve your vision board dreams. Okay? The 0 to 3 months is basically a 90-day plan that we are going to start putting together. And quarterly planning really helps a lot. Sorry, I had to just knew where I was on my notes. Quarterly helps a lot. Because if you think about it, 90 days or 12 weeks or term, however you want to think about it, really short enough to be able to keep you motivated. At the same time, it's long enough to actually be able to see progress towards your goals. You might have heard of it. If you have not, he's got this thing called the Full Focus Plan, and I subscribe to his basic principles, and I love the way that either a quarterly review, what has happened, and then what are you going to be implementing going forward. And then once you've got that 90-day plan, you can then start your weekly and your daily planning. And those daily plans are really where you are going to get into the nitty-gritty. Right? But let's go back to the 90-day plan. When you think about your plan, I have a few areas I want you to think about. Firstly, think about which of the projects that you had started or you wanted to start during the course of the year. Progress should be which one are you wanting to focus on? Which should you maybe be postponing to a later date? Okay, think about it. And then think about what main goals are for the year and where you want your business to be at the end of the 90-day period. So if you think about where we are now, July, August, September, you'll be at the end of September. Okay, so you will be 1 month into already. But think about that, because if you have a clear vision about where you want to be at the end of 90 days, it makes it so much easier to actually set up that plan. So I'm going to read the sentence. I want you to really pay attention to this. I want you to think about which goals that you have with the biggest difference in moving your business significantly in the next 9 months. I'll read that again. Which goals make the biggest difference or contribution in moving your business forward significantly in the next 30, 90 days? Okay. What the answer to that is, you will start to understand where you need to focus. And to be able to, over a 90-day period, we're able to focus on things. I want to encourage you to only choose 3 business objectives and 1 development objective that you are wanting to address over that 90-day period. And once you've got those 4, only it's not a lot, okay? Because we can often get over with all of the things that we're wanting to achieve. I'll do that just now. And then for each of those, determine 3 to 5 action steps, or those steps that you need to implement to make sure that they become a reality. And remember, they say, I completely agree with this, we often overestimate how much we can do in the short term, underestimate how much we can do in the. So think about it. We want to see instant results, right? Weight loss. If I probably want to see results like right now. I'm demotivated. So like by the end of this month, I must lose 10 kilograms. No, that's probably not going to happen. But start putting those and principles into practice on a daily basis over a long period of time. I will be able to lose a lot more than kilograms. Okay, so it is all about consistency, but it's about starting small. So I don't want you to be so overwhelmed or so excited about everything you could potentially achieve in these next days that you just end up being frazzled and all over the place and not actually focused. Okay, think about a laser, super focused. So be kind to yourself, but also yourself. There's a lot more that we can do, and there's a lot more that I can talk about in terms of. But this is a good place. So I want to encourage you just to think through some of those things that I mentioned. Go back to, rewind a little bit if you need to. But if you can start thinking through those things and actually put some action plans days, you are going to be on the road to fantastic success. Okay. In our businesses, the 90 plan is really embodied by a budget. Okay, I know we don't like talking about budgets very much, but with budgets, see that there are areas in which we need to cut down on our expenses. And if that is you, whether you need to budget for them or for the millionth time and you're just like so over it, or you need to find creative ways to cut down on costs, I want to invite you to join us on our next free webinar, our last series of 3 in July. The 15th of July, we'll be having it at 2 p.m. and we'll be talking about budgeting is not a curse word, but cutting costs could be. So definitely sign up. And if you missed the cash flow webinar we did on Wednesday, do make sure you sign up to get hold of the resources that has the recording, the downloads. There's a workbook for you to do cash flow forecasts and all sorts of things. Okay, so do make sure that you sign up to that. We'll drop the comments in the comments. We'll drop the link. Okay, and then just to finally close us out, I want to mention a lot of events coming up, and you need to on our Facebook page. So from training that we've got scheduled to Excel basic online training, which is to virtual expos at the end of the month, to being interviewed on podcasts. I just came off of an interview just now, and that will be going live somewhere next week. And even speaking at the Future Females in July and in August, there's really a lot going on. So if you want to engage with us and you want to make sure that you see us, then do make sure that you watch our Facebook page and even sign up for our news to get some, just the extra lowdown, bit more value than what we're giving out already. Okay, so make sure you do. And then next week we'll be talking about pivoting. I've been pivoting during COVID-19, and a lot of other businesses have been doing the same, and a lot of businesses really like to do the same. So I want to encourage you to join next week, same time, same place, as it was supposed to be at 1. We will be talking about the challenges that we face with pivoting, and also the different areas could potentially pivot. And if you are in this, you're looking for new business opportunities or new business ideas, this would also be a really good session for you to attend. Okay, so I think that's me. It is a windy day in Port Elizabeth. Even though it is sunny, it's cold, even though my ears at least aren't purple yet, but there's coming, and I know there's a cold front in a lot of other places already, so keep warm. I will see you next week. Thank you very much for joining me. Goodbye.